Hello, I'm Nathaniel Finestone, representing the South African Broadcasting Corporation.
Family planning and contraception is, while it's so controversial when it comes to the religious aspects behind it, I think we need to, as delegates, move beyond that.
Is there an existing framework to integrate women's rights into a patriarchal society?
I think it's women's rights in a different context. I think keeping in mind the cultural norms, keeping in mind the social norms, it's important to recognize that women's rights doesn't have to have the same face in every country. As long as women are safe, as long as women are healthy, as long as women feel that their place in their world and in their family is respected, that's women's rights to me.
Many African countries have rural populations representing 70–80% of the population. And lack of infrastructure has created huge problems in getting access to basic medical services to these rural areas. How does that relate to Guatemala and South America and Central America in general?
It's very similar to Guatemala in particular. I know they have a very large indigenous rural population and it's growing very fast, and they are very secluded from the urbanization of Guatemala City. Especially because in the past 15 years they've had 2 major hurricanes and an end to a 36-year civil war, so there's been a lot of infrastructure demise.
How has being a bloc united in having similar problems, how has that affected policies toward getting foreign aid and implementing said foreign aid?
I think it's a really interesting regional bloc because there's a very diverse population, there being Canada and the United Kingdom as well as poor countries such as Guatemala. And I think that a lot of what we're talking about right now and trying to work towards in our working paper is derived off of a Colombia model, which is essentially when they train already women in the village, they take them out of the village for 4 to 6 months at a time to train them in midwifery and other.
Can you see in the future potentially South America and Africa working together as one kind of super bloc toward coordinating foreign aid in more efficient ways?
I would hope so.